Hey guys, good morning. So in the yesterday class, we discussed about the overall vulnerability management, scanning mechanisms, scanning types, and also how frequently we can do the scanning part, and also how to protect a server. In the vulnerability report, what are the exact fields or columns we can see. In the today class, what I'm going to do. So I will explain about a couple of tools, then related to vulnerability management tool. Then we can discuss about what is sales team is doing, pre-sales is doing, design and implementation, finally operational support. Okay, so as I said, this training is not only just for our support related role vacancy. So how much you're grabbing, that is completely depending on your grasping power and IQ. So I will explain up to architecture level part. Okay, so if you want to purchase any solution or any tool, that is not only applicable to our cyber security or any security, but also it is applicable to every software industry. If you want to purchase any tool or any solution, in that scenario there are different types of teams are involved. What are those teams and how these companies are getting the projects, also how these consulting and service based companies are getting the projects. I'll explain about that one also. Thereafter I will go and I'll explain about what is vulnerability management tools. Okay, so first thing is, take example of how these multinational companies are getting the projects like TCS, Infosys, Wipro, or Cognizant, or HCL, or Capgemini, or Accenture, and so on. So they will work on most of the cases projects. When you say project here, they will work for clients or customers. So those things we can call it as a projects, and these projects are not in permanent way. These projects are completely based on specific terms, like years, like renewal, so contractual agreement, whether it is a 1 year project or 2 years project or 3 years projects and so on. It depends, right? Now, what I will do, whatever vulnerability management tools we have. So if you want to deploy this one, what are the teams are involved? First, I'll explain that one. So teams are involved for any solution or any deployment. First thing is sales, pre-sales. Third one, design or architect. Fourth one is implementation. Fifth one is operational support. So in our application development side, this is called as SDLC life cycle. In product development, it is called SDLC life cycle. In mobile development, it is called SDLC life cycle, but same concept as it is. Any IT industry or any civil or mechanical, electrical. So these processes count for every industry. Okay. L1, L2, and L3, or this also calls as tier 1 or tier 2 and tier 3. Don't think that L1, L2, L3 is applicable to just only for our security team. This is applicable to application support team. This is applicable to Windows support team, Linux support team, storage support team, backup support team. Okay, so network support team, NOC support team, security SOC support team, EDR. This concept is applicable to everything. So coming back here, if you want to deploy Nessus tool and if you want to implement this Nessus tool, so these are all the teams are involved. Example, now in the class overall, we have 15 members in this today's class. So 15 members are joined. All we are working in SBI Bank, or maybe you can consider one of the client, any hospital can consider. So you can consider maybe we are working all are part of our Apollo hospital. So all 50 members were working part of Apollo hospital. In that scenario, what we will do, what is our requirement in this scenario? What is our requirement? Which one we are discussing now? Vulnerability management. So vulnerability management, we have to purchase we have to deploy, and finally we have to run these scans. That is the operational support of L1, L2, L3. So for any doubt, what is the requirement? Purchasing of the vulnerability management tool and deploying of the vulnerability management tool, finally running the scan against the servers and identifying the vulnerabilities and fixing those vulnerabilities. That is the overall VM solution. Any doubt what is scope of work? Scope of work in Apollo hospitals, VM solution deployment and scanning of all the servers. Simple words, it is a VM solution, VM, vulnerability management. Now, what Apollo hospitals will do, directly they cannot go and they can purchase these tools from the Nessus or Qualys or Nexpose or Palo Alto or Tripwire. So, in this scenario, what they will do, they will go and they will contact with consulting and service-based company, because Apollo Hospital doesn't have the so many members of security team. This project now they will give to any consulting company. In India, what are the consulting companies we have? What are the consulting companies we have?
TCS,
What is,
Capgemini.
yeah. Yes, you are right. TCS.
Capgemini.
Yeah.
Wipro.
Yes, correct. Now, so our consulting companies of sales team of example TCS. Next one Wipro. Next one is Capgemini. Capgemini is from France. HCL is from India. Cognizant is Infosys from India. So these are the consulting companies. Now Apollo hospitals, whatever requirement they do have related to vulnerability management, so they will give maybe out of these five company, one company. In that scenario, just like that, they will not go and they will give, okay, so please take this particular project and you can run these servers and you can work on this particular project. Example, you are purchasing any cloth, just you will go and visit couple of clothes showroom and you can see quantity and quality. So when you say quantity here, with cheaper and best cost, whether we are receiving quality of the respective cloth or not, and also whether it is comfortable to our body or not. We'll go to trial room and we can see whether comfortable or not. You can validate several parameters, quality of the respective cloth. So next one is quantity related to price. Next one is comfortability is very, very important in our body, how it is fitting into our body. All these parameters will validate by visiting 3 or 4 clothes showroom like Levi's or Peter England or maybe US Polo and so on. In the similar way, even this concept is applicable to projects as well. So all these customers or clients, they will approach different types of consulting and service-based companies. Directly they can't contact with the vendors. So they will approach these vendors and they can give the, okay, so projects to these consulting and service-based companies. Now, in our scenario, what is the solution we are discussing? Vulnerability management solutions for Apollo Hospital server scanning. So that is the requirement. That is the project. That project now, TCS has a sales team, TCS has a pre-sales team, TCS has a design and architect team, TCS has an implementation team, TCS has a operational support of L1, L2, L3. Every company will maintain all these different types of teams in their organization level. Now, what is TCS sales team will do? So TCS sales team, they will go, it's like a marketing kind of thing, or business analyst. This is also called business analyst. Business analyst role. So they will go to the respective Apollo Hospitals security team, part of vulnerability management, and they will ask. So whom they will ask? They will ask about Apollo Hospital security team. Do you have any requirement related to vulnerability management? So Apollo Hospital, yes, we have requirement. We are looking for the tool within 2 or 3 months. We want to plan to implement. That the project we are planning it. So in this similar Wipro sales team, they will go and they will contact Apollo hospitals. Capgemini, they will go and I'm giving up to architect level. That's what I said. How much you will grab it? Completely depending on your internet intelligent quotient, your grasping power, how much you are able to understand. That depending on you only. It's clear? Yeah. Now what we will do in VM side, because we are now discussing about vulnerability management. Now Nessus tool or Qualys. In our class, I will teach Nessus. So I will take Nessus, how to purchase Nessus tool, what is the licensing cost, and what is the design, what the implementation, and finally what is operational support of vulnerability scanning. That we can discuss. So Nessus tool. This is a practical demo tool I will give in class. So Nessus is one of the vulnerability management tool, and it's the number one tool right now in the market. Okay. So Nessus tool is from Tenable company. So go to now Tenable website. I'm going to Google and I'm giving Tenable. So Tenable, this is the website. I'm clicking on this one. I see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So under this one, go to products. Tenable is a product. It's a solution of tool. Okay. So under Tenable, we have so many products. When initially Tenable company, so they form a company, in that scenario, they have 1, 2 or 3 tools only. But later, they put so many products. Who will develop all these products? Product development team. Okay, background. Part of SDLC lifecycle. Now, what are the products are there? Vulnerability management tool. You can see try for free option also. We can try this one also in our laptop. But it will ask, I think, our business email ID. Let's see. I'm going to products. I'm clicked on the, okay, this one tool for free. For practice purpose, you can use this one. Okay, so Tenable vulnerability management, this one of the tool. Tenable, you mean Tenable clouds dedicated to cloud scanning. That may be Amazon, that may be Azure, that may be GCP, that may be Alibaba, that may be Oracle or IBM and so on. Tenable CM is another tool. Tenable attack surface means this is another tool. Tenable Nessus, this one I am going to teach. Tenable security center, Tenable identity exposure, Tenable IoT security, IoT security. This is dedicated to OT and IoT. Now it's one of the trending technologies, right? From single console, we can monitor all the devices. It's called Internet of Things. So Tenable web application scanning. Okay. So in the class, I will teach about Tenable Nessus. Okay. So these are all the tools are existing. Okay, how to register this one? I can do it later. First, I'll explain about the tool part. So now, Tenable Nessus. So sales team here, it is not required. Sales team meaning here, we will contact now sales team of Tenable company. Licensing, how to purchase this particular Tenable Nessus tool. Licensing meaning here, don't think it's a driving license related to two-wheeler or four-wheeler. License meaning here in software terminology. So how to, based on cost, how to purchase a tool, that is called licensing basically. How to purchase a tool depends on cost, price. Clear? Now, what is the vulnerability management licensing option? If you want to purchase Nessus tool, so what is vulnerability management first of all? Why we are doing vulnerability management? Whom we are doing vulnerability management? Who we are doing vulnerability management? Server scanning. So server scanning, it depends on, okay, server scanning is depending on, or cost is depending on, based on number of how many servers we are scanning, based on number of IPs or based on number of host names or servers. Every server has one IP. Now, Apollo Hospital, Jubilee Hills contains example 50,000 servers. That's what we are discussing, right? Example, practical example, 50,000. One server cost is $5 for 1 year. Now 50,000 server cost, how much it will be? One server cost is $5. 50,000 servers cost. How many dollars? Simple mathematics, guys.
40,000.
40,000. One server cost is $5. 50,000 server cost how much? 50,000 into 5.
25,000.
So 250K.
25,000.
2,50,000. Not 25,000. 50,000 servers, I said, not 50 servers. You can see my screen also. 50,000 into $5. 2,50K USD dollars.
250,000.
Yeah. So nothing but we can say that 250K. Nothing otherwise $2,50,000. That means now Apollo Hospital has to do payment to Wipro for this project is 250K USD dollars. Into 8 you can do 80 rupees you can do. That will come approximate 40 crores or 44 crores. 4 crores. Entire scanning of the servers 50,000 for 1 year. Now what Wipro company will do, they will start working on the recruiting of the resources. So that is the way how this project will work. So that is about licensing part. Next one. Any doubt in licensing, how to purchase a tool? Is it clear or not? Clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Next one is a design. How to design this one? So basically we can do two ways. One is standalone design or standalone deployment. Standalone for in case Apollo Hospital only located single location, that time we can use standalone. Second one is distributed. What distributed general meaning? What distributed general meaning? Distributed denial of service. What distributed general meaning? Multiple. So in case Apollo Hospital is located more than one location, example, Jubilee Hills, Hyderabad location, Bangalore, Marthali location, Chennai, Anna Nagar location, so Mumbai, Bandra location, so Chandni Chowk, Delhi location, and so on. So based on these locations, we can deploy development part. That's called distributed. More than one location is called distributed. Okay. So if we have the single location of your office, then we can go for standalone. If you have multiple locations, we have to use a distributed deployment. Now, so deployment side, I will explain in diagrammatic way also, design point of view. Deployment. Deployment here, one is software based deployment. Second one, SaaS based. They don't have hardware based appliance. Who? Nessus tool. SaaS based means cloud, software as a service. Software meaning here, Nessus tool will give VM software, and we have to deploy that software on top of where? Either Windows server or Unix server, so that we can open the tool. SaaS-based tool is directly one of the tool, Tenable IO in this scenario. So whatever service we are doing, there is no need to deployment this tool. Directly we can take the licensing, and so these two tools also we have to access through VPN. Couple of SaaS-based tools are not supporting for VPN. It's better to always access this tool VPN because our internal to this one. Or think like you are now Apollo Hospital security person. If you want to access this tool, now you have to access through VPN only. Okay. Now that is one of the critical issues going on all over the worldwide. Most of the SaaS-based related deployments, they are accessing directly through, okay, so URL link without using VPN. Example, Amazon or Azure or GCP or Oracle or IBM or and so on. Okay. So that is the difference between software. We have hardware also, hardware deployment also. But right now, Nessus tool is not supporting hardware. Hardware means here, it's like your mobile or it's like your laptop. It's like one of the physical server, touchable. So if you want, I can show practically also. Enable Nessus software download. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Now, what is latest version of the Windows side? Tenable, okay, Nessus version 10.6.3. 10.6.3. So this is released recent on November 16. Now this software we have to purchase for 50,000 servers. And we have to download this one. And this is applicable to only 64-bit. And if you want to change 32-bit also, you can see this is what I said. Either we have to deploy this software on top of the Windows server or else Unix servers also. Example, BSD, it's a Unix server. Linux, it's a Amazon server. It's a Linux Amazon. Debian, it's a Unix server. Peroda, it's a Unix server. RHL, it's a Unix server. Ubuntu, it's a Unix server. For these, SUSE is a Unix server. All these different types of servers it is supporting. Now we have to download this software after purchasing, and we have to deploy this software. It's a piece of file. I agree. It's downloading now. It's a free of cost now. This is a free trial. It's a free of cost. It's only for 1 month. Okay. Now this whatever software I downloaded, this software where we have to deploy on top of this, or it's installing already in my system. It start installing. So this is the way how to deploy on top of the server. Okay. So I'll paste this one after the call in WhatsApp group. So second one, SaaS based tool. So directly tool, we can, one of the URL they will give to us, and one of the username and password they will give to Apollo Hospital. That particular deployment of the tool we have to access through VPN. Who will give this one now? Nessus. And who will deploy? Wipro team will deploy in our Apollo Hospital. This is the way how the implementation will work. Are you getting or not what I am saying? Are you getting?
Yes,
It's
sir.
complete deployment or implementation, by the way. Next one, implementation. After deploying the tool, so I'll click on next and next and next. But it will take long, memory utilization, RAM utilization. Yeah, it is installing Nessus tool in my laptop. Yeah. Now implementation here. Implementation, what we have to implementation side, we have to implement the tool. After implementing the tool, we have to open the tool and we have to log into the tool. After implementing the tool, either it is on-premise software-based tool on top of server, or else SaaS-based tool. What we have to do now? Log into tool, log into VM tool. In this scenario, which VM we are, which tool we are using? Nessus. Log into VM tool. Next one, create a scan policy. In scan policy, how to create scan policy here based on what it is say. How can you segregate the servers in Apollo Hospital now? Example, Apollo Hospital contains 50,000 servers. Which way is easy for to remember from our side? which way it is easy to remove from our side to identification purpose or labeling purpose. Based on team wise, Apollo Hospital also there are so many teams: finance team, finance servers, Windows server team, Linux server team, machine learning team. Don't you think that all the teams are involved in the Apollo hospitals? Apollo has a website, Apollo has a apps, Apollo has a patient monitoring, Apollo has the registration of consultation. How it is possible? Because backend everything software. Okay, all these teams are involved. So they will send to the headquarters of the Apollo hospital. They will do all these developments, right? So create a scan policy. Sorry. Create a scan policy based on team wise. It is a better. Segregating this are based on team wise. Next one, we have to assign the compliance benchmark. Nothing but hardening benchmark. In the scan policy, we have to also assign the credentials. That is authenticated or unauthenticated. Which one is better? Which one is better?
Authentication.
Authentication is better. That's right. After creating scan policy, now what we have to do? We have to create scan rule. So here I'll put based on team wise, we are segregating the server. And according to that one, we are creating policies. Creating scan policy, I can show practically all these. Create scan rule. In scan rule, what are the things we have to specify? Rule name. Next one. So we have to specify the scan information, where the servers are located. In case if the servers are located in Chennai location, we have to select the Chennai scanner. If the servers are located in Hyderabad, Hyderabad scanner. If the servers are located in the Mumbai scanner, because of Apollo Hospital headquarters are there in the Hyderabad, Chennai, Mumbai, and so on, multiple cities as well. And so after specifying the scanners, which information is missing now? Which thing is very, very important? What is missing? Anyone? Anyone? Servers, targets. Because we are doing server scan, servers list or IPs list also to specify in the scan rule. Finally, schedule the scan like a monthly once, as I said yesterday. Monthly, okay, so at maybe example day 1. Automatically scan will be completed, reports will come to us, and we have to generate the reports. And finally, we have to analyze the analysis, and we have to write the tickets to the respective server team, and server team will fix it. This is overall implementation part. Up to here implementation. After that, complete support. Whatever reports are generated, we will do manual analysis and automated analysis. That is called support level. One solution, these many steps are involved. These many teams are involved. Not only from our side, anything you can consider. One application you can consider. Example, dmart.com I said. They have requirement phase, design phase, development phase, testing phase, finally operational phase. Here, how many teams are involved? Requirement team is one team. Design software architect team is one team. Development side, developers is one team. Our programmers are one team. Next one, release team is one team. DevOps team is one team. Testing team is one team. DevSecOps security team is one team. SRE team is one team. These many teams are involved if you want to develop www.dmart.com. If that project is coming to TCS example. Okay. Same way it is applicable to security as well. Yeah. After completing now, what is the final thing? We have to do the analysis part. That is operational support. In the operational support, what will you do? Generate the reports, analyze the reports manually and automated way, and filter out based on filter out vulnerabilities. based on severity and create a ticket and assign to server team. Server team will fix it. So this is operational. So now here two different types of roles are involved in vulnerability management. One is implementation is one team. There are so many roles basically. One is a design team, deployment team, implementation team, and operational team. Once you are applying for any job vacancy, maybe you have to take these two portions, or maybe you can take only this portion. It depends on the which vacancy you are applying. Either you have to do these two or else only these two. Total 27 members are selected, my existing students in vulnerability management dedicatedly. Most of the people are working on this one only. Analyzing the vulnerabilities manually, that's it. Implementation also they are not doing. Implementation is due by directly client or consulting company. Only operational support they are handling. But experienced people will take care of both. That is the job vacancies you have to apply. Either combination of these two or alone this one. But most of the case, alone this one has more vacancies. Is it clear or not? What type of vacancies you have to apply?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now, theoretical part is over. Practical session is pending. Okay. So, before going to the practical session, anyway, tool I will not show today. So, I want to explain about, so this one also, standalone versus distributed. It's not completed, design point of view. For that one, I will go to draw.io. Example, our office is located only in Hyderabad. In that scenario, what will you do? Directly, we can install SS tool here itself, and we can scan all the servers, whatever it is in the Hyderabad location. Example, maybe it contains 10,000 servers. All those 10,000 servers based on team wise, I can segregate and I can create a scan policy, scan rule, and finally I can scan the servers. Those vulnerabilities I will assign to server team and server team will fix it. They will do patch updates. This for standalone. What is my distributed now? So as I said, Apollo Hospital itself, take example, Hyderabad is headquarters in Jubilee Hills. Example, the hospitals are there in Mumbai, example in Bandra location. They have one more, it is there in Chennai location. Example, Annanagar. And they have one more location. Okay, I'll put Chennai better. So they have one more location, maybe you can consider Markhali, Bangalore. All these locations, it has, okay, so Apollo hospitals are located. All these locations have servers. In Hyderabad, we have example 10,000 servers. In Mumbai, we have 5,000 servers. In Chennai, we have 3,000 servers. Finally, in Bangalore has 2,000 servers. Altogether, how many? Altogether, how many? Altogether, how many? Some guys?
20,000 servers.
20,000, that's right. So now here our main SS tool in Hyderabad Jubilee Hills. So here we have to put scanner now. So this scanner called as Nessus scanner. Here also you have to put everywhere, we no need to deploy tool. So here put we have Nessus scanner. And here we have to put Nessus scanner. You are scanning Mumbai related. Okay, so servers, which scanner you have to select in the scan rule? When you want to scan the Mumbai servers, 5,000 servers, which scanner you have to select? In the Nessus tool.
The sun.
Nessus scanner of the Mumbai location. If we want to select Chennai related server scanning, we have to select Nessus scanner of the Chennai location. Because that already, so scan is deployed for entire data center in the similar Bangalore. So this is the way how we can deploy. This is called distributed deploy, more than one location. This is applicable to EDR also, by the way. Next topic is EDR only. So this is the way how we can do the deployment part or design part. Okay. Finally, from our central console, our team will sit in Jubilee Hills location, and from here we have to monitor. So that is about deployment part. For distributed side. So that's all about overall vulnerability management. Practical session is pending. Before going to the practical session, another 5 minutes I will take. So in the couple of interviews, because regular we are keeping 2 or 3 years of experience in our resume, then in that scenario, they will ask like regularly what are the different types of vulnerability you will see in the report. Okay. Regularly, what are all the different types of vulnerabilities we'll see in the report? Because to confirm whether you are a fake or original. So I will categorize this one in 2 ways. First one is Windows side. First Windows side, if you are running the Windows server scanning, what are the vulnerabilities we will see? So example, outdated OS version of Windows. What is meant by this one? Anyone? Outdated OS version of Windows machine or Windows server.
Legacy.
Example?
Using like Windows 8.1, Windows 8.
That is operating system. Windows server I am saying. You are saying about Windows operating
2016.
system.
2008, sir. 2008.
Exactly. 2007 or 8 or 9. These are outdated. End of life and end of support. So what is the vulnerability here? Maybe in Apollo Hospital we are using 2007 or 2008 or 2009. It's a legacy server. So that is the reason tool is saying don't use this server. Please use a new server. What is solution for this one now? From your guess. What we have to do now? This is the weakness.
We
Is
have to use the
identified.
updated versions.
Yeah, upgrading the version to 2001 or 2016 or 2022 or 21 or 19. That is solution. This is the vulnerability name, vulnerability description, and this is the solution. This is one of the vulnerability name. Next one. Suite 32 attack or Suite 32 vulnerability. So most of the case we'll regularly see this vulnerability name in our servers. What is meant by this one? Anyway, after generating the report, it will give everything. But I'm testing you whether you are aware of or not. What's Suite 32 vulnerability? Okay. Anyway, today I'm taking interview to a couple of people, right? I'll ask them directly. Chinni K, Kesava, what is Suite 32 vulnerability? Naveen Reddy, Rani.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please. What is Suite 32 vulnerability? Take this one, consider this one is mark interview directly.
Yes,
What's
sir.
Suite 32
TLS, sir. It is related.
Okay, in the interview, you will say that one.
Weak. Maybe there.
Which one weak? What is that weak means?
RG4, RG5.
Not RG.
RC for RC5.
Yes, correct.
Blowfish.
Yes, yes. That's right. In our server, if you want to configure SCL TLS certificates using RC4, RC5, 2 fish, blowfish, this vulnerability will occur. Attacker will hack easily using session hijacking or man in the middle attack. So that's called speed 32. What is the vulnerability description? Weak ciphers like RC4, RC5, fish, blowfish, Mars, and so on. That is about vulnerability description. What is the fix now? This vulnerability description example. Vulnerability fix. What is vulnerability fix? Mitigation.
Have to use
Strong
strong
ciphers.
Strong
ciphers.
ciphers
Yeah,
like
strong
RH,
ciphers. Yes. Strong ciphers like RSA, AES,
DES.
pre-AES, Depi-Hellman. All these we have to use. Elliptical curve cryptography, all these. That is second one. Third one. Outdated. Open SSL version. So every server is Open SSL. So maybe we are using 1.4. Vulnerability description, we are using 1.4. Open SSL version. In server, 1.4 version of OpenSSL we are using. So this one leads to once again man in the middle attack. So that may be Podol attack or hard to bleed attack, all these. So what is the latest one now? Latest, I think 3.4, I think. OpenSSL version. Windows, right? Three dots 0.7. That is the latest one. But what is the server? In server we are using 1.4. Whether it is outdated or not.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes.
we have to upgrade to which one now? Upgrade to
3.0.7.
exactly 3.0.7. So in this similar way, what are the couple of other vulnerabilities we can see? Outdated Python version, outdated OpenJDK version. All these are libraries, every server can be installed. In server level, we can install it. Outdated Node.js version. Last one, two more we can, I will update. Outdated Oracle Java. Oracle Java is one of the library packages we can use every server. It's a free of cost. Which side else we can use? Next one we can say outdated IE. What is IE in Microsoft?
Internet Explorer.
Internet Explorer version. What latest version of the IE? Microsoft Edge. What latest version of Internet Explorer? Daily you are opening web browser, you are using Google, right? Okay, that's okay. So Internet Explorer version is 11. Okay, maybe we are using 10 in our server. We have to upgrade that version also. So next one, outdated Visual Studio, ASP.NET framework. Okay, so this one of the, okay, so ASP.NET framework we are using in the Internet Explorer. It's outdated one. We have to patch to latest one. So these are all the couple of okay, so couple of examples of the Windows vulnerabilities. Okay, in the similar way, Linux or Unix. Couple of things are common for both Windows and Linux. Outdated OS version of Linux, Can you give example of outdated of OS version of Linux in the RHL side?
6 RHL, 6.
Yeah,
exception.
RHL 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up to 6. 7, 8, 9 are the new one. So second one is outdated kernel version. Kernel is a part of firmware part of our Linux. Kernel version. Next one.
Apache Tomcats.
Yeah. Outdated Apache Tomcat version of log4j. Next one is outdated Samba version. Even this one also existing. Python, OpenSSL, Python, Node.js, Oracle, Java. These 4 also existing in the. Okay, so Linux side also. Because Linux also we can use these libraries. Outdated Docker version, container version, and so any software or any file running as a root, it should not run as a root. We have to run as a non-root user. Okay. So these are on the Linux server side. You should be aware of this one also by the by. Because you are keeping 3 or 4 years of experience, practically daily you are working on and you are analyzing. Don't you remember 4 or 5 related vulnerabilities regularly? Yeah. So these are the couple of examples for the Windows side as well as Linux side. These versions now we have to inform to the server team and server team will fix it, and after that we have to re-verify. So that's all about overall theoretical part. Now whatever theoretical we discussed, practically we have to apply these theoretical to tools. Okay. So now you can apply for VM job vacancies also in Naukri. Clear or not?
Yes.
Yeah. Give me 1 second.